Skip Grodall with DBG Properties, the developer of this property, and also chairman of the board of GSL Properties, which does the property management and was the original developer of this project. We're really excited to have the grand opening today for Casa de Sierra. It's an affordable 188-unit senior property, and it just recently completed. We have one unit that's available for a tour, so hopefully afterwards you'll have some time to go see a unit. And then this afternoon, a resident's moving in. So we're running at a very, very high occupancy. The property's been well received, and we think it's a really nice reinvestment and reimagination of what was here before. So we appreciate you showing up today to celebrate us, and our guests today. So the mayor's here, Mayor Keller. We have Commissioner Balboa, then Izzy Hernandez, with the New Mexico Mortgage Finance Authority. And we've been working with these groups. We've been in Albuquerque owning apartments in this area for over 40 years. So we're not new to the area, and we love being part of the community here. So I'd also like to recognize our team. Today, the president of GSL Properties, Becky Alexander's here. To her right's Ryan Ridgway. He runs all the construction for us and is in charge of all the maintenance. And with over 7,000 units in 6 states, it's a big job to be able to keep all of our properties going. Ryan. Jennifer Encinius, she is one of our region managers here, been with us a long time. And she was part of the group that was instrumental in bringing this about. So the only other member that's not here is my son Eric Grodall, who's with his wife in Stockholm with their baby for 6 weeks. I guess he's there for 2 weeks, but it's that group that convinced me that we should take this project on. So a little background, what was Valencia Court was here before, and this affordability period expired in early 2000, and during the course of events, it turned into a market rate property. So there was a loss of 188 family units in the area. Our partner, the investment tax credit purchaser, really wanted to sell the property, and I think I was kind of in the same position, but with their persuasion, we undertook the acquisition of the property and major renovation. The total investment was in excess of $23 million, which is a lot of money, but to replace this property today would be more than twice as much. So I think be able to, to reinvest in an area, to renovate and to reimagine, and that's what I think about when I see this property, is it's really reimagined, and it's that group that has done it. So thank you for that. And with that, Izzy Hernandez is under kind of a time constraint. So Izzy, would you please say some words?
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Skip, Mayor Keller, Commissioner Balboa. Good to see you. First of all, how about a big hand of congratulations to Skip and his team? Yay! The community looks terrific. It's just great to see you preserve this affordable housing here. We appreciate the hard work that you do. We understand that you guys have been doing this for about 2 years on this property here, so it takes some time. It doesn't happen overnight. For those of you that may not know about MFA, I'll tell you a little bit about us. We are the state's housing agency, and we provide affordable housing opportunities for all New Mexicans. We cover the full spectrum of housing, from homelessness to home ownership. Last year, we were able to assist over 18,000 families through the help of our partners and the support of our board and the legislators. We have over 400 partners, or close to 400 partners across the state that help us deliver the programs, over 30 programs at the local level. Partners like DBG Properties, they do an exceptional job. As you know, there's a great need for affordable housing. Some of you might have heard me speak about this last week at a groundbreaking that we had. Some of the data that I'll share with you today has to do with senior households, as this is targeted or a property for senior households. It is estimated that there will be an increase of senior households from 18% currently to 21% in 2035. So the numbers keep on increasing. 33% of seniors live in multifamily housing, and 58% of those seniors are cost burdened. So Skip, you and your team are doing a great job at meeting the need around the state for seniors. Skip mentioned it, but this is a great example of preserving the affordable housing and not letting it expire and go into market rate. Skip mentioned many times, the majority of the time, it's a lot more efficient to preserve the property than to build new. In this case, about half the cost. This property, as Skip mentioned, was going to be exiting the low-income housing tax credit program, and fortunately, we had Skip and his team come in here with the intent of preserving this and making this affordable for seniors 55 plus for the foreseeable future. With the support that we've had from our state legislators and our board, we were able to allocate over $8 million in the 4% tax credits to this. I know the cost was $23 million, so this helps a little bit. Definitely a lot more cost than that, but it definitely, any little piece helps. Just to give you an idea of the need in the state and what MFA is doing with the support of our legislators and our board, we currently have 56 developments across the state that are in various stages of construction. These developments total over 4,600 units in 28 different communities and 18 different counties. The economic impact of that is over $500 million and jobs that are close to $7,000 that those units will create. DBG Properties has 2 of those units that are in the pipeline that hopefully within the next year will be completed, and those are close to 400 units combined. So you guys are doing a tremendous job there. I'll close by highlighting 2 things that I also mentioned last week, is that housing development is a main driver of economic development. It's the driving force behind economic development, and the economic impact is tremendous. And secondly, we are true believers that housing is a foundation for strong families and thriving communities. And DBG Properties is providing that foundation for all of these families or all these individuals here that will be occupying and calling these units their home. So it's a pleasure to work with you. Skip, you and your team, you do a tremendous job, you and Carol. And I think back in 2000, Carol was just reminding me the original tax credits on these 9% tax credits were issued through MFA back at that time, and it's good to see you guys come back and just preserve this property. I want to thank the MFA staff. If you guys can raise your hand, we have a few folks here. Thank you for all your hard work. All the elected officials that we have here, the mayor and the commissioner. And then also just one more time, thanks to Skip for you and your team for doing such a great job. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'd like to turn it over to our mayor now, Mayor Keller.
Well, good morning. It's wonderful to see everyone, especially our seniors. Thanks for coming out and celebrating and enjoy the chocolate bar and snacks and Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, it's a real fiesta this morning. And I'm happy to be here because I also just want to reflect for a minute. I know it's senior housing, so just want to check. Was anyone here 12 years ago? Maybe a couple back there, some nods. I was here 12 years ago, and this was before I was running for the state senate. And once upon a time, Valencia Court was even a polling location, and then it kind of moved across the street to Encino Gardens, and but I'd come over here to campaign. So I was here about 12 years ago. And I want to tell you a quick story because I think, did anyone remember Mayor Chavez? Still think he might still be the mayor? Yes. So I'm running for state senate in this neighborhood, and I walk in here, and there's a woman who just is like, sit down here with me, and she just told me how it is. That was Mayor Chavez's mom. She lived here for quite some time. And she told me that at the end, and I was just like, wow, thank you, Ms. Chavez and everything. But so some fun memories, actually, that I have here at the old facility. But I will tell you, as mayor, I remember hearing that this facility, there was some question about it, whether it was going to stick around, whether it was going to go to market rate, and also for this neighborhood, for the International District, but most importantly for senior housing. We talk about housing all the time in our city, or at least we try to, because we know we have a housing deficit. And Izzy and MFA has spoken about this at length. And we know that as a city, we need anywhere between like 19,000 and the whole state needs 30,000 new units. That is a lot of units. And so that's why we're trying to do some things with zoning changes and so forth. But sometimes lost in the discussion is the notion that we already have the structures. The fastest and the cheapest way to meet our housing demands is by rehabbing facilities and converting facilities. For us, often it's hotels going over to apartments, or it's saving senior affordable housing. And so that is critical to what our city, and I also mean by our county, by the way, it's county, city, the Bernalillo County metro area. But this is what we need for the next generation. So I do think about how wonderful this is for the seniors that are here today, but I also think about the next batch coming in, and also about the homes that you might leave, which I know sometimes can be sad, but also we need those homes for young families. So in a way, it's part of our sort of cycle as a city, and this is a critical part of it. So I also want to share that the city almost did nothing for this project. And I say that because I really, the credit goes to Skip and his team, to the county and to MFA. They're the ones who finance most of this. But I always I want to make sure that I'm there not just when it's a city project, to support the county when they do amazing work, to support MFA when they do amazing work. And, I'm sure like permitting and, we still have to prove your pool. So, that's the city's fault. So, we always have a hand in everything. But look, I want to personally thank the county for their leadership role in this, and for the amazing finance and resources they put into it, as well as MFA. But also, Skip, we need more of this like 10 times over. So count us in, and we'll keep working on this, and we're going to make sure that our city can sort of continue to thrive where it is, and not have to displace everyone to far off suburbs and things like that, because we want to make sure that Albuquerque is a home for families. Whether it's seniors, whether it's new families, intergenerational families, we need every type of housing. And senior affordable is one of the hardest to meet, so that's why we're so grateful for this facility today. So thank you so much.
That was very nice and powerful, so thank you. So next we have our Commissioner, Barboa. Would you please speak? And we've spent a fair amount of time driving around this area, so we've been interested in how we can help with housing in this area and the rest of the region. So, Commissioner?
Thank you. Thanks so much. What a beautiful day to mark this special moment. My name is Adrienne Barboa, and I'm the Bernalillo County Commissioner for this district, District 3, which includes this area. This is also the area I got to grow up in, so I feel just a beloved sense of community, and so thankful for any ways that we're improving and making beautiful and quality spaces for our families and affordable spaces for our folks to live in. So I'm just really privileged to be here on behalf of the Bernalillo County Commissioners to celebrate this official grand opening of Casa de Sierra. What a beautiful day. I would be remiss to say, I want to thank our team at the county, Marcos Gonzalez and Carolyn Tobias, that our economic development team that really go out and work with the folks. And I told Marcos when I first got on Commissioner here on commission. This is my third year. I was like, you know, my area of town really just needs some of this innovative ways of thinking or redevelopment. We need to get there and get there fast. Our communities are hurting. And so I'm really just thankful for this partnership that means so much, and for all the folks who work really hard to make these things happen. As we've heard many times already this morning, it's no secret that affordable housing is a priority for us across Bernalillo County. Furthermore, the last several years have been really challenging, right, for many of those in construction and development. So I also want to really thank the team that persuaded Skip to really invest in this building and invest in our seniors, but invest in this whole community. It really makes a difference. And if we had lost this property to not be affordable housing, I think it would have only meant worse for our community. So I just want to say again, I know they've clapped to you, but to your team and your son who's not here that persuaded you to do this, thanks again. You know, Bernalillo County, our team recognized the vision and tenacity of DBG Properties for this redevelopment project and committed our support to the property through tax exemption, known as multifamily or housing project revenue bonds. As the sort of new commissioner, these are really ways in which we're able to invest in our communities and partner with businesses, right? Partner with developers, and not only add jobs, but add these beautiful spaces for our families to live in. Together with all the partners represented here today, we celebrate not only the renovation of this 188 units of senior housing, but the commitment to also continue to operate 100% affordable for the next 37 years. That's huge. I think that's so huge. I've been here in this neighborhood, in this community for 46 years, so hopefully I'll be here to see the next version. This morning, we commend the efforts to upgrade the interior of individual units, the repairs to building exteriors, and the unseen infrastructure improvements such as drainage, those things that keep this place running quality. All these pieces together with improvements to community spaces and site amendments demonstrate value to the senior residents and recognize that affordability and quality of life are equally important. Yes. For each and every resident in our community, I'm proud to celebrate this grand opening of Casa de Sierra in my district, and I applaud each and every housing project that is in the vision stage, financing or planning stage, construction phase, or on the cusp of its very own grand opening. We need all of it. Thankful that we can have these types of partnerships. As we look at Casa Sierra today, we see what is possible when we work together for our communities and families. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you.
Well, with that, that concludes it. Hopefully you'll stay around and we have some Dunkin' Donuts. And we do have an apartment that you could tour if you're interested. Anyway, thank you all for being here. This is really special, and you saying those kind words. And we will continue to be part of the community and look forward to many years of great affordable housing. So thank you.